The region's newest homeless shelter is now open, providing services for a growing segment of the population. A two-vehicle accident takes the life of an area man, and a popular street will be closed for repair for the next few days.
Coming up in sports, we've got all the action of area high school basketball tournaments from last night. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Mike Stedham. The Martha Vandervoort Center to End Homelessness was officially opened this week by United Way of East Central Alabama, offering a variety of new services for the area's homeless population. Center Director Kyle Bryan says the facility, also known as Martha's Hope, now provides an immediate, low-barrier shelter for individuals and families who are experiencing homelessness or housing insecurity.
Now we're an emergency shelter for individuals experiencing HUD Category 1 homelessness. So individuals who their previous residence would have been somewhere unsuitable for human habitation. So bus, park bench, places like that. And so those are the individuals that we primarily serve.
With a capacity of 44 individuals and 4 small families, Martha's Hope offers more than just a place to sleep. It offers programs designed to empower people and give them the tools they need to overcome problems. After 3 nights at the center, guests will work with empowerment coaches to set goals and connect with resources for housing, employment, mental health, and life skills, paving the way toward long-term stability. Bryan says Martha's Hope will also be able to do all of this while providing short-term shelter during dangerous and extreme weather conditions.
The additional component with the emergency shelter is the case management piece that we did not have with the warming station. I mean, we had a little bit here and there as needs arose, but really we have a case manager, Julie Talley, and Mary Odell, who's our mental health provider, and they're really working intensively with the clients that we have to get them to their next place or their next step.
Bryan says Martha's Hope is more than a shelter, it's a foundation for rebuilding lives. The services it provides includes providing a safe shelter for people without a place to stay. Check-in nightly will be set at 6 p.m. and discharge at 8 a.m. the following morning. The center maintains clean facilities, including showers, restrooms, and hygiene supplies. It provides 2 meals a day, an evening dinner, as well as a grab-and-go breakfast. And Martha's Hope has added new staff members to provide such supportive services as personalized coaching and resource connections. It's also the only area shelter that operates as a low-barrier facility, which expands its mission.
A lot of shelters establish criteria that makes it more challenging for them to serve their clients. So, for instance, they won't serve clients who come in that may be intoxicated or struggling with substance abuse or have animals. We're a low barrier shelter, so we will take individuals who have who have a pet, just one. We'll take folks who maybe they're inebriated that evening or they're struggling with substance use that evening. That doesn't prevent them from receiving services at all.
Martha's Hope is in the building formerly known as The Bridge behind the First United Methodist Church of Anniston. People who want to help the center can call the volunteer coordinator at 256-954-7244 or visit the United Way's website. A traffic accident earlier this week left 1 person dead. We'll have that story in just a minute.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Welcome to Buster Miles Kia in Anniston, where we're dedicated to serving you with honesty and care. Whether you're shopping for a new or used car or need service, we're here to make it easy and stress-free. Visit us today at Buster Miles Kia, where great cars and family values come together. Buster Miles Kia, your trusted hometown dealership.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
An Oxford man was killed Monday evening while walking in Alabama 202 near the 3-mile marker about 3 miles west of Anniston. Officials identified the victim as Herbert M. Blair, 61, of Oxford. Investigators say that he was walking down the highway around 6 p.m. when he was first hit by a 2016 Nissan Maxima and then by a 2017 Honda HR-V. He was pronounced dead at the scene of that accident. The city of Anniston will have its first disposal days of the year on Friday, February 14th and Saturday, February 15th, from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. both days. During this time, residents may dispose of their items free of charge at any of 4 locations. Those collection points will be in the parking lots of Pelham Park on Cave Road, Carver Center on West 14th Street, Highland Community Center on Allen Avenue, and Hodges Community Center on Spring Valley Road in Golden Springs. A scenic roadway will be closed throughout next week while repair work is being done. We'll have that story in just a moment.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
Hi, I'm Mary Beth from CARES Direct Primary Care. Do you want convenient 24/7 access to health care? We are available in person, by text, phone, and video visit. Sooner or later, we all get sick. A quick trip to an ER or urgent care can quickly add up to more than the cost of 1 year's membership of Direct Primary Care. If you have a high deductible, you can quickly burn through that before your insurance activates. Join CARES DPC today.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Gadsden Public Work officials say that a section of Scenic Drive at its intersection with Nakalula Road will be closed for about a week while gutter work is being done. Valley gutter construction began yesterday. It's expected to continue through next Monday. That road will remain closed throughout the weekend. The public will not be able to access Scenic Drive from Nakalula Road and will need to utilize the detour route along the road closure. Motorists are advised to head south toward Nakalula Falls, turn onto West Sunset Drive, and then turn right onto Hillcrest Drive to access Scenic Drive. John Holder standing by right now with our local sports update, and he'll be back in just a moment.
This Valentine's Day, make it special with WM Grocery in Heflin. For just $50, enjoy 2 juicy ribeye steaks, 2 baked potatoes, 2 fresh salads, rolls, and 6 delicious chocolate-covered strawberries. Reserve your dinner by February 10th. Call WM Grocery today.
EAN News would like to thank all our commercial sponsors. Go check out our sponsors' links in the description below.
A good Tuesday evening to you. John Holder with you. EAN Sports filling in for Jordan Smith on this Tuesday night. The first stop on the road to Birmingham and the Alabama High School Athletic Association state finals is the area tournaments. We had area tournament action from last night all across East Alabama, both boys and girls. We were at Piedmont last night for the Class 3A Area 12 tournament. First round games on the boys side of things, basically the semifinals. Piedmont wins it 68-56 over the Ohatchee Indians. Piedmont with 10 threes in the game. Ohatchee had 11, a combined 21 threes by the two teams last night. Piedmont moves to 17-7 into the area championship game. They were led by Ish Bethel. He led all scorers with 25 last night. Also Colton Proctor with 16, Cole Wilson with 15, and Raleigh Pinto with 10. 4 double-figure scores last night for the Bulldogs. Ohatchee, their season comes to an end. A successful year for Coach Quintarius Hutchison. 16-10 finished the Indians last night, led by Alston Carroll and Jake Robertson with 19 points each, and Braden Collins also threw in 16 points for the Ohatchee Indians last night. We had a chance to catch up after the game with Piedmont head basketball coach Matt Glover. He talks about all that great three-point shooting, especially early in the game by the Bulldogs.
I thought in the first half we shot the ball really well. I think we hit about 7 or 8 threes. It set the tone. We were able to get in transition, and then defensively, I thought we played really well.
Coach Glover also talks about the adjustments his team made early in the game last night up at Piedmont.
They started on a 6-0 run. You know, a lot of times in these games, the nerves get the best of you at the first of the game. So we settled down. I think we went on a 12-0 run after that. And then once we saw the shots starting to fall, everybody kind of fell in line and everybody started hitting shots. So it becomes an easier game when the shots are falling.
Also last night in Piedmont in the other boys semifinal, it was a buzzer beater between Glencoe and Westbrook Christian, and you're going to see it right here. We come down to the final seconds. The two teams tied at 58. Glencoe with the basketball and the putback at the buzzer by Bryce Borntrager with a winning shot as time expired, and Glencoe beats rival Westbrook last night 60-58. Glencoe moves to 21-5 on the year. They'll match up with Piedmont coming up tomorrow night in the area championship game. Westbrook's season ends at 10-13. Wade Segrist led the way for the Yellow Jackets with 19. Jaden Patton had 13. Garrett Morgan with 11. Westbrook led by Titus Jones. He was leading all scorers last night with 25 points, and also Brady Carden threw in 16. We had a chance to catch up with the head coach of the Glencoe Yellow Jackets, Coach Ryan Chambliss, and he talks about his team's play last night.
Westbrook played a tremendous game, guarded us really well. You know, I mean, they battled us every single play, and I know their coach is proud of their guys and how they played, and I'm extremely proud of ours. You know, we didn't have a great offensive night. Some of that's, you know, Westbrook's credit, and we just made just enough plays to finish it out. Great play by Wade at the end by getting it down there, and a great play by Bryce to not give up on the play and tip it in. So that was a great play by both of those guys at the end to win it. Real proud of our guys, and just really, really blessed to keep playing right now, honestly.
Coach Chambliss also had a chance after the game to look ahead to tomorrow night's area championship game against Piedmont.
You know, it's the third time this year we'll get to play them again, and they're a heck of a team, man. They're big, they shoot it really well, and you know, we'll have to play a lot better Wednesday to have a chance to beat them. And like I said, man, they're a really good team, and just go to work tomorrow and try to look at some of the things, you know, that we want to do, and just try to play a little bit better every time, and hopefully keep this thing going.
And finally, Coach Chambliss talking about the health of his basketball team. That has been a big issue and could be a big issue in the area championship game coming up tomorrow night at Piedmont.
We got to get well, and I don't know if any of us can, you know, control that. Well, that's been we've had a rough weekend with a lot of guys out, and, you know, we didn't really get to practice a lot, and I think that hurt us some conditioning wise, and like I said, Westbrook was ready to play ball, man. They really were, and but tomorrow, you know, we'll have a chance to practice and hopefully everybody be well and get in there and get better.
Those games at Piedmont last night, obviously not the only area tournaments being played across East Alabama. As we said, both girls and boys action last night. Let's go to the area tournament scoreboard. Last night in Class 1A Area 11 play, it was Appalachian winning the region, or should say the area title, as they beat Coosa Christian by 11, 57-46. Coosa will still be in the sub-regionals. They'll be on the road. Coosa's record falls to 10-10. In Class 1A Area 12 last night at Spring Garden, number 1 and 2-time defending state champion Spring Garden, no problem with JCA last night, winning by 63, 83-20. Spring Garden improves to 30-1. Ace Austin led the way with 21 points. JCA will also be in the sub-regional. They'll be on the road. They're now 8-6. Sophie Williams, the leading scorer for JCA, with 7 points last night. Also in girls action last night, Class 2A Area 8, Ranburne, very good team. They won against Vincent last night, 51-44. And in Class 4A Area 12 play, it was Cherokee County beating Alexandria last night, 57-53, and that Alexandria falls to 14-14. Alyssa Hunt led the way with 21 points. Charlie Paris added 16 for the Lady Valley Cubs. Moving on now to Class 6A play. In Class 6A Area 11, Oxford last night beating Shades Valley for the third time this year, 48-29. Ava Thomas led the way with 12 points. Oxford improves to 19-8. They will host Fort Payne at the sub-regional coming up on Friday night. And in Class 6A Area 14 play last night, Gadsden City with the upset over Fort Payne by a score of 48-35, as Gadsden City will be moving on now to the sub-regional, as they are now 15-16 on the year. On the boys' side of things last night, Class 1A Area 11, Jefferson Christian out of Birmingham beating Coosa Christian last night, 61-54. Coosa falls to 19-8. They will be moving on, however, to the sub-regional coming up on Saturday night. Class 1A Area 12 play at Spring Garden last night. Spring Garden with an impressive 22-point win over the Donahoe Falcons, 65-43. Spring Garden also ranked number 1 on the boys' side of things in 1A. They are undefeated, 29-0. Donahoe falls to 8-12. John Welch led the way last night for Spring Garden with 29 points. Ethan Crawford leading Donahoe in scoring last night with 20 points for the Falcons. We move on to boys Class 2A action. Vincent knocks Ranburne out, ends their season 62-26 in the Class 2A Area 8 tournament. In the Class 2A Area 13 tournament, Pleasant Valley season comes to an end. The Gaston Bulldogs beat them 61-41 on the strength of Micah Merriman. 33 points for the Bulldogs last night. And Pleasant Valley, led by Hunter Sparks with 13, Jaden Sparks with 11. One note here, the final game for Brad Hood as the head basketball coach at Pleasant Valley, as he is retiring at the end of the basketball season, which last night came for the Pleasant Valley Raiders. Now we move on to Class 3A. Class 3A, these were semifinal matchups in both Area 9 and in Area 12. In Area 9, Weaver last night beat Walter Welborn 77-67. Weaver led by Harper Williams with 20. Keyshawn Allen added 19. Welborn, DeAndre Kelly, and Chris Williams both had 14. And Ray Williams had 13 for the Panthers. And now will be Weaver moving on to take on Sachs for the Area 9 championship. Sachs a double-digit win last night over Randolph County, 62-49. LaRon Curry, 26 points in the game to lead the Sachs Wildcats. Of course, we've seen the highlights earlier. There's the scores from Class 3A Area 12 at Piedmont last night. Piedmont by 12 over Ohatchee, 68-56. Glencoe a winner over Westbrook Christian by 2 at the buzzer, 60-58. Tomorrow night at Piedmont, the 3A Area 12 crown will be decided between Piedmont and Glencoe. And finally, let's move ahead to Class 4A. Class 4A Area 8 last night. Anniston a winner by 7 over the Munford Lions. Kyrie Lewis had 14 points to lead the Bulldogs. Caleb Ackles had 12. Munford, their leading scorer was Josh Smith. He led all scorers last night with 18 points in the game. And last night also in Class 4A Area 11, it was Aniana by 2 over Etowah, 54-52. And the Hoax Bluff Eagles will take on Aniana for the 4A Area 11 crown coming up tomorrow night, as Hoax Bluff last night a double-digit win over Asheville by a score of 63-51. That's going to wrap it up for sports on this Tuesday. Now more EAN local news. Here's Mike.
Thank you for that update, John, and thank you for watching us today. You'll find us every weeknight on Facebook, YouTube, our website, and on Rumble. Go to the platform of your choice and watch our news, sports, and weather coverage whenever it's convenient for you. We'll see you back here Wednesday for your news on your schedule.